Good morning, YouTube. Welcome back to another video. I'm so glad you're here. If this is your first time here, I would love to have you subscribe and stick around. And if you are a returning subscriber of mine, thank you so much for your continued support. Today's video, I want to talk a little bit about how your daily habits can set you up for success. And by making just some minor tweaks to your daily habits, you can really set yourself on a good path of success. So if that sounds good to you, grab a cup of coffee. I have mine right over here today. Let's get into it. Now, if you've been here for a while, you know I always share from personal story time. Before we get into it, I want to tell you what prompted this video today. So we are not always going to be motivated. We're not always going to feel like putting our best foot forward. We're going to wake up some days. We're going to feel that heavy, just like you're stuck to the bed type of feeling. You're going to feel like you are literally peeling yourself out of bed, didn't sleep well the night before. Maybe you're just feeling tired. You're just not feeling good when you wake up in the morning. And then you let that kind of negative mindset, that first instinct that you have when you wake up, you let that transfer into the rest of your day. And it will bring you down if you let it. Trust me, it will bring you down. When we have mornings that are super hectic, super busy, we're getting kids out of the door, we're making breakfast, we're packing lunches, we are getting ready for work, we're doing all of these things, it can feel so chaotic. And allow that first part of the day to transfer into the rest of the day. It can really set us up on a very negative path. This morning was one of those mornings for me. I woke up, I was feeling that sticky, heavy, exhausted feeling. My eyes felt like they were just glued shut. Even after my first cup of coffee, I was still feeling tired. I was still just not feeling like myself. So I sat there for a minute and I had a decision to make. I can either sit here for the next 10 minutes, I can dwell in this feeling, or I can get up, I can put my running shoes on, really the first step. So that's what I did. I got my running shoes on. I was kind of irritated. I'm tying my shoes, feeling sluggish. I take a deep breath and I start to walk a little bit. My dogs come outside through the doggy door. They're excited I'm out there. They love when I go out and take my runs and walks in the morning. And they're kind of giving that good energy off. They're like running around. They're excited I'm out there. So now I'm feeling kind of good because I'm like, you know what? I'm going to run a little bit just to make the dogs happy. So I start running a little bit. And then I start sprinting a little bit because now I'm waking up and I'm actually feeling better. I'm outside. It's a little dark. There's some crisp, cool air. I'm with my dogs and their good energy is rubbing off on me. So I only did 15 minutes walking, jogging, sprinting. I just did a little bit of it. But after that, I felt so much better. I went inside, I had another cup of coffee, I hopped in the shower. I was like, you know what? Today's a day that I'm going to make some things happen. I'm going to go down to my studio. I'm going to listen to a podcast when I take my son to school. I'm going to really work on some big goals and some big dreams. What happened this morning happened this morning. I changed it around and I'm going to make this a great day. Here I am. I'm dressed. I've got my lipstick on. I'm brushing my hair. I'm looking myself in the mirror. I'm saying my affirmations. Things are looking good. So about 10 minutes this morning before we're about to jump in the car, my son comes walking in. He's like, Mom, the light in my bedroom won't turn on. Okay, so let's go see what's going on with that. So we go into the bedroom. Sure enough, the light switch isn't working. We probably blew a breaker. As I walk into my son's room, I see a pretty crazy mess in there. Now, if you have teenagers, you probably know, you can probably relate to what I'm talking about. There are things everywhere, right? Just stuff. And I don't remember it looking like that yesterday. So I have a moment of like, let me take a deep breath. This is a teachable moment. I'm just going to let it go. I can't change the light switch right now. We got to get in the car. We got to get to school. Stay with me here, okay? So we get in the car. We're driving to school. This opportunity to come from a loving, kind way with my son. I don't want him to feel bad about the mess, but I just want to give him like a teachable kind of chat about it to hopefully make his wheels start to spin a little bit. I'm telling him, I say, I know that you're creative. I know that you have a lot of projects you like to do. My son actually does some reselling. He makes fingerboards. He's a skateboarder. He loves to do grip and all these like little special art projects and tons of things. He's always being creative. And I said, and that is amazing. But sometimes because you have so many projects going on, you end up having stacks of things. You end up having piles and a lot of disorganization. How can I help you get organized so that you will feel more productive and you're going to be able to handle more of these projects you're doing? So he kind of sat there for a little bit and he gave me some really cool ideas. He said, sometimes my room feels kind of small. It feels like I have a lot of things in there, and maybe having some specific bins that are labeled, with each of my items will make it easier for me. So I said, hey, that's a great plan. Love that idea. After you get off school today, let's go, let's get the bins, and let's get some things organized. I took this opportunity to talk to him about how we choose to show up in the world makes a big difference on how successful we actually are. I am a firm believer of this. The way we present ourselves can change our entire feeling throughout the day, can change our entire vibe. If we wake up and we're not feeling organized, if we haven't taken the time to put our things away, if we haven't taken the time to make our bed, for instance, it's lipstick, a cute top, some earrings, and a little bit of perfume so I smell good. That sets me up for a great day. We all have our things, right? We all have the things that make us feel our most successful selves. So make us want to put our best foot forward. This brings me to the next part of the video. What are some ways that we can level up our daily life to put ourselves on a better path to success? I have a 30-day challenge. I'll link it below. And some of the things that I listed on there, I think will really be game changers. They're completely attainable. One of the things I like to do every single day is I like to get 10 to 15 minutes of exercise in. And as I mentioned, this does not need to be anything that is super extreme. It just needs to be consistent. It needs to be built into your daily habits so that you can find a routine in that. You'll look forward to it every day. It's something that will bring the good endorphins and that serotonin to your brain, and it will generally set you up on a good path for the rest of the day. So whether that's walking, whether that is, I have a trampoline down here I'm looking at. Sometimes I come down here and I just jump on my trampoline for 10 to 15 minutes. Maybe it's a bar class, a yoga class, walking out in nature in the morning, whatever it is, 10 to 15 minutes every single day, it will add up. The next thing is try to make yourself presentable. Do something that makes you feel good about yourself. I'm a little bit old school in my thinking. My parents always kind of raised us to dress the part. If there is something that you want to do, you dress for the job you want, not the job you have. And I'm sure you've probably heard this phrase before. And it is something that I've always kind of taken pride in. At our fitness classes, specifically using this as an example, when I put on my dance clothes, I feel powerful. I feel capable. I feel strong. I feel like I'm stepping onto the stage and I'm about to give a performance. So when I wear my dance clothes for my fitness classes and my ballet bar classes, I feel like the person I want to be. I put my best foot forward. I feel professional. I just feel like I deliver a better class when I'm in my element, when I'm in my dance clothes. It's something I've always done. I used to teach a ton of classes, so I would go back to back ballet and fitness, and it was too much to change. Stuck with the ballet gear and the ballet shoes, and it soon became my signature thing. Whatever you need to do to set yourself up for the job that you want, not the job that you have, and is going to put you on the path to achieving that, do that. Take 5-10 minutes, clean yourself up a little bit more, and just make yourself feel presentable and respectable. The challenges that I'm currently doing right now for myself, holding myself accountable to this, and also for those of you who want to take the challenge, is to journal. There is something so powerful in just picking up the pen and putting it to the paper and writing down your goals. It doesn't have to be super organized. You can put the pen to the paper, you can write down some big goals, some little goals, anything that comes to mind, and really just look at it, visualize it, have it on the paper, revisit those goals and dreams, a month later, a week later, 6 months later, check some things off the list. It is such an accomplished feeling, and it will motivate you to continue to do this. When I'm having a bad day, and I don't like to call it a bad day, I believe it's Les Brown who calls it a character building day. How great is that? When you're having a character building day, listen to a podcast, read something from an inspirational book, or read an inspirational quote, or watch a YouTube video, do something that helps you work on your self-improvement, your self-development. Always learning, we are always growing, we're always trying to improve ourselves. I cannot tell you how many times I feel like I'm having a character building day, and then I listen to Les Brown, or I listen to Zig Ziglar, or I'm listening to Tony Robbins or Mel Robbins, and all of a sudden I have this light bulb switch that goes off in my brain, and I have some creative ideas or some things that I really just want to accomplish, and it really inspires me to take some action on that. So listen to something that's inspiring for you. Maybe take some time on the weekends, make a playlist of some ideas, ask friends if they have any favorite speakers or authors or books that maybe you should read. That on character building days. I'm going to link some of my favorite authors, some of my favorite books below, some of my favorite speakers, some podcasts for you so that you can get to work. I want to bring up a little bit about fueling your body properly. A lot of times, if we are not getting the proper nutrients throughout the day, if we're not drinking enough water throughout the day, we can feel very low energy. Okay, this is scientific. This is a proven fact that when we are not giving our body the nutrients, the vitamins and minerals, the water that we need, replenishing those things, we can feel down, we can feel depressed, we can feel tired. We can all benefit by taking better care of ourselves. Whatever it is that you're doing, however you are taking care of your body, whatever path you are on, make sure that you are trying to stay consistent with that. It will make a huge, huge difference in your mindset, how you feel. It gives us a little bit of motivation. It inspires us. Doing a little something for yourself each day, a little bit of self-care, you are going to be a better mom, a better husband, a better wife, a better friend. You are going to be a better employee. You're going to be all around feeling much better and once again, able to put your best foot forward. I hope you got a little bit of information, a little bit of motivation, importantly, some entertainment. Abilities are endless. We have one life to live, and you can achieve anything you put your mind to. As silly, as cheesy as that sounds, it is the absolute truth. You have to believe in yourself. You can put your best foot forward every day, implement some small changes that will add up to big, big results. Swing for the fences, and I'll see you guys soon.